friends, welcome to or welcome back to the channel Jane Reads. So today I am playing my TBR refresh game again to set my April TBR. Will the game be nice to me this month? I don't know. Last month I added a doubles spinner wheel and then I got a lot of doubles. I think I got more doubles than I've had ever when I've played my game. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's much nicer to me this month. Now, speaking of last month's TBR, I did not grab the books, but I ended up with 12 books on my TBR. No, I ended up with 11 books on my TBR, but one of them was like 600 pages. And I have read 9 of those books. I do have 2 remaining, but I am 20% into one of them, which is only 224 pages, give or take. And then I have 1 book remaining, which is about 310 pages, something like that. And it is only the 25th of March today when I'm filming this, so I have 6 days left. So I do have positive thoughts that I will finish. Hopefully, I should be able to finish 500 pages in 6 days. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Okay, so for my April TBR, I do have some possibilities I would like to get on my TBR. I have the 2 prompts for my Christian fiction bingo, which are healthcare worker and favorite genre. So for the healthcare worker prompt, I'm looking to get Code Trauma by Lynette Eason or Appalachian Song by Michelle Shocklee. Then for my favorite genre prompt, I'm thinking of going with a historical suspense book because I love historical and I really like romantic suspense. So if I could combine those 2, that'd be awesome. So in my recommendations video, I mentioned 3 books, but I'm actually looking at 2 books now. The first one is The Pink Bonnet by Liz Tolsma, and the second one is The Starlit Spy by Rachel Scott McDaniel. So we'll see if I can get them on. But in addition to trying to fulfill my own prompts, I am co-hosting the Read Happy Readathon happening in the month of April. I am co-hosting this with Em from Em's Books Are Everywhere, from Lucy at the Lucy Chronicles, and Alma at Alma's Book Journey. And there is a printable for this. I printed it off for my reading journal, but I will link my announcement video below in the description where it will have the printable linked if you want to get it. So there are 8 prompts because one of the 9 is a free space. So there's 8 prompts that I'm hoping to fulfill. We'll see. So basically the Read Happy is read stuff that makes you happy. So I'm looking for romance books that make me happy or have a happy ending. I'm thinking of adding a few light-hearted books. I don't read a ton of those, but I do have a couple Courtney Walsh I want to add. I have a Becky Wade book I want to add. So we'll see what my TBR game and prompts decide I should be reading and what I can fit. So at the end of the video, when I do the wrap-up, I'll let you know if these books fit the prompts for the readathon. Okay, so let's just jump right over to the game board and see what it has in store to start with. Roll number 1, and we don't want to see doubles. What did I just say? Oh boy. Okay. We've got 2 4s, that's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, double wheel has come back. I have not changed anything on here, so we'll see what's going to happen. So the first thing it's going to make me do is roll 1 dice and move back. Okay, well that's not too bad. So So 1. We're going to be back 1 spot. That's not bad at all. And the first prompt will be set outside North America. Did I seriously get doubles on my first roll? Yes, I did. Oh. And the first prompt was set outside North America. Every book that I thought of a possibility is in North America. So I've decided to add Murder on the Moor by Julianna. This takes place in England. It is a historical mystery. It is book 5 of the Drew Farthing mystery series. And it's the next one for me to read. So it says, the rolling frigid mists that creep in over the Yorkshire moors hide a mystery as challenging as Drew ever faced. So it is book 5, so I'm not going to tell you much more about it, but we're following Drew and his friends trying to solve a mystery. Okay, what is roll number 2 gonna hold? Okay, roll number 2. So we need both dice again. I'm not even going to say what I'm thinking. I didn't even say anything. 2 3s is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what does the wheel have in store this time? Two prompts, or 2 books for prompt drawn. Okay. The prompt is most recent purchase. So my 2 most recent acquisitions, because I've not purchased any books this year. Okay, let's see what those 2 books are. Okay, well, that roll did not go the way I was hoping, and I had to add 2 books for the prompt pulled. The prompt was most recent purchase. I said I was going to do my 2 most recent added to my shelves because I have not purchased any books this year at all. And the first book was Lake Shore Wandering by Jennifer Rodewald. I got this on a Kindle sale for nothing, for free. And it is book 1 of the Redemption Shores series, and it says, is love worth the gamble? And if so, will memory restored Bennett still feel the same? Hazel is working on a plan to keep her peaceful remote life. When Bennett shows up pretending to be something he's not, she knows she's running out of time. Luckily for her, he hit his head and can't remember a thing. When sudden inspiration, thanks to an 80s rom-com, she's got a whole new plan. Convince Bennett they're married? Check. Convince Bennett he belongs in Elk Canyon with her? That's another task altogether. One that just might end up gambling her heart. So it is a Christian romance. So we'll see. The second book is a non-fiction, and that is Covert Cows and Chick-fil-A by Steve Robinson. I picked this up at a library book sale. And yeah, it didn't cost me anything because it was by donation, and we also picked up a game and Andrew picked up another book. So technically this didn't cost me anything. And yeah, so during his 34-year tenure at Chick-fil-A, Steve Robinson was integrally involved in the company's steady, then explosive growth from 184 stores and 100 million in annual sales in 1981 to more than 2,100 stores and more than 6.8 billion in annual sales in 2015. So we'll see. This is only 197 pages, and there are some pictures in it. You can't see that. There are pictures in it, so we'll see. There's only 12 chapters, so even if I read 1 chapter every other day, I can get it done in the month. So that will be the 2 books that I'm adding. Let's go back to the board and see what is next. Okay, roll number 3. Hey, it's not a double. 3 and 2 is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The prompt is going to be start a series. Really? I just started a series. For the prompt, start a series, I was thinking, and I was like, oh yeah! So, Taming Lady Temperance by Karen Wittmeyer is book 1 of the Secret Society of Spinsters. And I have an arc of this book. It was released in the middle of February, but I haven't got to it yet. And I love Karen Wittmeyer. So this book will make me happy to read. I can't wait. And it says, when passion for justice conflicts with the heart, which will prevail? So Noreen is an enthusiastic member of the Women's Christian Temperance Union and believes herself called to defend the cause of prohibition. When she's invited to join the Street Society of Spinsters, Noreen jumps at the chance to rally others to her movement and shut down the local saloon for good. However, her passionate campaigning often puts her at odds with the men around her, including the local deputy. Okay, I cannot wait to read this one, and it's an arc I need to get through. Or get to, I guess, not through. Either way, I want to read this one, so this is what I am putting here. I'm excited about that. Okay, let's go back and see what is next. We're back for roll number 4. And we have a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the prompt is going to be a female author. Well, that's easy. I got a really nice, easy prompt. Female author. Majority of my books are female author. So it's like, which one do I put in here? And it was like, okay. So, but the one that I'm like really hoping to get onto this TBR is Appalachian Song by Michelle Shocklee. So it says, forever within the memories of my heart, always remember you are perfectly loved. Birdie has spent 40 years serving as a midwife for her community in the Great Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee. Out of all the mothers she's tended, none affects her more than the young teenager who shows up on her doorstep, injured, afraid, and expecting. One warm June day in 1943, as Birdie and her 4 sisters tenderly nurture Songbird back to health, the bond between the childless midwife and the motherless teen grows strong. But soon, Songbird is forced to make a heartbreaking decision that will tear this little family apart. So, yeah, that is the one I'm going to read, and this one works for my healthcare worker prompt because we're following a midwife. And so, yeah, I need to get this book from the library. Okay, let's go back to the board and hope it keeps being nice. Roll number 5. We have a 4 and a 3, so 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the prompt is... Oh, I'm going to go back 2 spots. Where can you see that? There. 1, 2. That's because I was facing backwards. Let's try that. Next one is, a library book. I swear these prompts are against me sometimes. So I got library book. Didn't I just say I had to get Appalachian Song from the library? So I'm kind of changing up my game a little bit, or changing my prompt. Changing my mind on the last prompt, I guess is the way I'm going to say. So I'm going to put Appalachian Song with a library book prompt. And for the female author prompt, I'm going to put Code Trauma by Lynette Eason. Because I have to get Appalachian Song from the library. So I've gone in and requested a hold on it. So yeah, making the game work for me. So, Code Trauma it's a novella, 1.5, so it is part of the Extreme Measures series, and it comes after book number 1, Life Flight. And this one follows flight nurse practitioner Holly Cooper has an enemy who wants her gone from the hospital one way or another. She and her fiance, Detective Andy McKittrick, are taking a break, and a patient has died under mysterious circumstances. Life is complicated at the moment, so when she's attacked, her friends and her on-hold fiancé come to the rescue. Andy may have his issues, but he's never stopped loving Holly. When he hears someone is out to get her, he races to her side. Can they find a killer before the killer succeeds in sending Holly 6 feet under? Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch those 2 books around for these prompts. And let's go back to the board and see what happens next. Roll number 6. And we have a 6 and a 4, so that's 10. You gotta go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the prompt is pick 2 books, but I have any choice. Okay. The next prompt was to pick 2 books, but any choice. So I could choose any 2 books I wanted. So I've gone with a novella for book number 1, and that is Because of You by Becky Wade. Yes, I am picking a Christmas book, and you will know why in a minute. So this is book 2.5 of the Bradford Sisters series, and it says, chocolate shop manager Maddie Winslow has been harboring a secret crush. The object of her infatuation, widowed history professor Leo Donnelly. Single dad Leo is brainy, handsome, and kind, but for the past few years since his wife's death, he's been solely focused on his young son, their shared grief, and work. Lonely and overwhelmed, he hasn't once considered dating. Maddie knows that Leo views her as nothing more than his former wife's friend. However, when their church asks the 2 of them to provide Christmas gifts to a family in need, and they work together towards that goal, Leo's feelings for Maddie begin to deepen. New hope blossoms between them. After Maddie discovers a family heirloom brooch rumored to bring romance to its owner, she begins to wonder, might it finally be her turn for love? Then book number 2 is book 3 in the Bradford Sisters series. So hence why I put the Because of You, because I want to read that one before I dive into book 3. And so this is the next book I need to read to complete the series. Technically, Because of You is the next book, but yeah, the next full-length book in the series. So in this one, we are following Britt, who is the youngest Bradford sibling. And Britt Bradford and Xander Ford have been the best of friends since they met 13 years ago. Unbeknown to Britt, Xander has been in love with her for just as long. Independent and adventurous, Britt channels her talent into creating chocolates at her hometown shop. Xander is a best-selling author who has spent the past 18 months traveling the world. He's achieved a great deal, but still lacks the only thing that ever truly mattered to him, Britt's heart. What's gonna happen? So yeah, I will complete the Bradford Sisters series. This is a reread series for me. However, I have not read the novella. So one of these 2 is a reread, the other one is not. Okay, so those are the 2 books I'm putting in this spot. Let's go back and see what happens next. Okay, roll number 7. We're going with 5 and a 3, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we've got, oh my, monthly prompt from the Go With The Flow reading challenge. Okay, I'm going to have to take a look. Okay, this is hilarious. So the prompt was the monthly prompt from the Go With The Flow reading challenge. I've not been doing very good at keeping up with my Go With The Flow reading challenge. I just threw my pen on the floor. But here is the printable. And so each prompt works off the book that you read for the month before. So April's prompt is to read a book with the same number of chapters on March's book. Okay, so then I had to figure out, well, what book was I going to add for March? Which I had to figure out what book I was going to add for February. because I only had January's book written down. So I looked back at the books. So the book that I'm putting in for March is Beyond the Clouds by Elizabeth Camden. And I had an advanced reader copy of that one, so I had to check, and I looked it up, and it said my copy had 44 chapters. And I'm like, what book do I have that's going to have 44 chapters? So I had to go physically to look. So I checked the two that I pulled out, thinking, oh, they're not long enough. They have 33 and 34 chapters, so no, they don't fit. So then I went to my shelf, and I'm like, okay, what book might? And I thought, well, let's pull a hockey romance, because I got this as an advanced reader copy, and I'm like, maybe, just maybe, that is Hearts on the Fly by Toni Shiloh. So I'm looking at it, and the last chapter is an epilogue. So it doesn't have a chapter number, it says epilogue. So then I go one more chapter back, and it's chapter 43. So with the epilogue, it's 44. So I guess this is the one I'm going to be reading, Hearts on the Fly by Toni Shiloh. This one released February the 3rd, and it says, Jabrai Hall has spent his life on the ice until an injury leaves him benched. When his teammates set him up on a blind date, he never expected to be sitting across from Val, his ex's sister. With Val's loyalty on the line, and Jabrai, I don't know how to say his name, searching for a new purpose, can they make it the goal together, or will their hearts wind up in the penalty box? So we'll see. I've only read one other Toni Shiloh book, and it was okay. Like, I enjoyed it. So we'll see what I think of this book, and it will fit the Read Happy, because it should be a lighthearted rom-com romance. So we will see. Okay, what's going to be next? Roll number 8. And we're going with a 6 and a 3, so 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so close. Okay, the prompt is... Oh, really? Only allowed to pick library books going forward. Well, I don't have to pick a book for this prompt. However, my next book probably is not going to be... It's not going to be a library book. What do I do? Well, we're just going to move on to the next roll, I guess. I don't mind getting the challenges at the very end when I can't even use them. Because I'm not picking the next book. Because there's no way I can get a 1. We got a 6 and a 2, but we only needed 2. Now we're at the end spot. So we pick a 26 and 26 book. And out of these books, I've only added 1 to my TBR, which of course is the library book. Okay, let's see what happens. In Love's Time. Okay. Well, just like last month, 2 spots from the end, I pulled a challenge card. And this challenge was I was only allowed to pick library books going forward. However, I wasn't picking any books going forward because I was so close to the end. So I don't have to do anything with this prompt card. So I guess really it probably should go back in the deck, but we'll see. So then I moved forward. I only needed a 2, which is the lowest number I could get on a 2 dice roll. So I got to the end. I spun my wheel for my 26 and 26, and the wheel chose In Love's Time by Kate Breslin. This is historical fiction set in 1918. And it says, in the summer of 1918, Captain Marcus Weatherford arrives in Russia on a secret mission with a beautiful ballerina posing as his fiancée. He's there to find the Romanov Tarsarina, and her son, and glean information about a plot to assassinate Lenin. As the danger intensifies, Marcus's sense of duty battles with his desire to return home to Claire, the woman he truly loves, before it's too late. Military hospital orderly, it's a healthcare worker. Claire Daner, orderly? Yeah, maybe. Claire Daner still suffers from Marcus's betrayal after learning he's engaged to another woman. Claire also fears losing her daughter, Daisy, to the heartless family who took her away once before. Only Marcus can provide the crucial proof needed to save Daisy, but when an injury leaves him powerless to help, Claire's fate and the fate of the top secret mission hangs in the balance. So it says, at the height of World War I, two sweethearts face impossible odds in this powerful tale of courage, duty, and heartbreak. And I can get the audio through Hoopla on this, so I will be getting it from the library. So yeah, this is going to be the last book I'm adding to my TBR. So it didn't quite go the way I was hoping, especially the way it started. I was really worried. So I'm pretty glad the way it ended. So I have 10 books on my TBR. I own 5 of them physically. The only one I need to get from the library is Appalachian Song. So we have Murder on the Moor by Jennifer Deering, Julianna Deering. We have Covert Cows by Steve Robinson. We have Sweet on You by Becky Wade, Hearts on the Fly by Toni Shiloh, In Love's Time by Kate Breslin, and then on my Kindle I have Lakeshore Wandering by Jennifer Rodewald, Taming Lady Temperance by Karen Wittmeyer, Because of You by Becky Wade. Are those all on my Kindle? And then Appalachian Song is the one I need to get from the library. So I did not get one of my historical suspense books on, so we'll see what happens there. And then for the Read Happy Readathon, so for cozy setting, I don't know. For beautiful scenery, I am going to put in Appalachian Song because it's set in the Smoky Mountains. Then delicious food. Well, maybe not for me personally, but for a lot of people, I have 2 books set around a chocolate shop. That would be delicious food, just not for me. Kindred Spirit is Best Friends, really is what I'm thinking. And I know that Britt and Xander are best friends in this one, so we'll see. Community, we have a small town setting, probably this one as well, which is Sweet on You. I would say probably Drew Farthering is a community setting as well. Pet Companion. I don't have anything obvious with a pet, but we'll see. Favorite hobby, again, could be making chocolate. I don't know. I don't know yet. And then happy ending, I have romance. So there's going to be a happy ending in one of these books for sure. Okay, well, that is my TBR for April. I do expect to be able to add a few more books because I've added some short books. Oh, I forgot Code Trauma by Lynette Eason. Speaking of short books, I forgot to mention that one. That one is also on my Kindle. So yeah, but I don't think there's a pet in that one either. So we'll see. So stay tuned for my weekly vlogs to see what I am reading and enjoying and what books I end up adding. I will wrap it all up at the end of April. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video today, and tell me, are you going to participate in the Read Happy Readathon, or are you reading a book for my Christian fiction bingo for the year? I would love to know what books you're reading. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.